Leading Brexiteer Nigel Farage claimed David Miliband was being dishonest by calling for the UK to avoid a hard Brexit. It comes as Mr Miliband stood alongside Sir Nick Clegg and Nicky Morgan in delving a speech in a bid to influence the Prime Minister's Brexit plans. The former UKIP leader then claimed the trio were trying to take away the Brexit victory from the British people. Speaking on his LBC show, he said, "Miliband is back, and he is telling us that if we were to leave the customs union and the single market, it would be an economic catastrophe." LBC at Brexit News. Nigel Farage ripped into David Miliband during an angry rant. "We must not have a hard Brexit." In fact, he now defines a hard Brexit as anything that is not full regulatory alignment with the European Union. That is a completely dishonest interpretation of the Brexit result. And he, along with Sir Nick Clegg and Nicky Morgan today, they are trying their absolute best to basically take away from the British people the victory they won in Brexit. It is dishonest, David, as far as I am concerned. Go back to New York and enjoy yourself. That is a completely dishonest interpretation of the Brexit result. Nigel Farage. Prime Minister Theresa May has repeatedly said the UK will be leaving both the single market and customs union post-Brexit. But Mrs May is under pressure to establish a unified cabinet position on Britain's future trading relationship with Brussels before a crunch EU summit later this month. Speaking today, Mr Miliband said, "I am alarmed at the state of negotiations, the perils facing our economy and the real and rising prospect of Britain crashing out of the EU with no Brexit deal at all." The Prime Minister said last year that there was no such thing as hard Brexit or soft Brexit. She has conspired to make that the case. Now the choice is between hard Brexit and chaotic Brexit. The reason is as sad as it is simple. The government is not negotiating effectively with the EU because it is not able to effectively negotiate with itself. Sir Nick Clegg also said, a subject of complete bafflement, that under the wholly misleading language of free trade and global Britain, actually the Brexiteers now want to lead us onto the rocks of protectionism. Be under absolutely no doubt it. Does not matter whatever model the government chooses, be it the customs partnership, Canada Plus, Canada Plus Plus, Canada Quadruple Plus, it makes no difference. Every single one of those alternatives is a huge reduction in trade compared to the seamless, open, limitless trade we now have in our own hemisphere with our large markets. As Brexiteers parrot the language of global Britain, they are in fact going to reside over the greatest introduction of barriers, checks, limits, impediments, delays and obstructions to trade ever undertaken.